call the meeting to order. Sherry, would you please read roll call?
Mr. Coburn?
Here.
Mr. Grimsley?
Here.
Mr. Freimiller?
Here.
Mr. Shannon?
Here.
Mr. Dyson?
Here.
Mr. Alexander?
Here.
Mr. LaForge?
Here.
Mr. Peterson?
Here.
Mr. McCown?
Here.
We have some announcements and some presentations, and I'd also like to welcome Secretary Ridley here today. Would you stand up, sir? Also, Bobby Stem's here. He represents all of our contractors. And John Cox with Trust is here. We'd like to thank you all for coming today. And I believe Mr. Secretary Gatz has some comments and presentations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commission members. At this time, I would like to recognize Mrs. Terry Angier. She was recently honored by the Oklahoma chapter of the WTS. As Chief of Media and Public Relations, Terry was honored in April as the Woman of the Year by the Oklahoma chapter of WTS International during its annual scholarship and awards banquet. This organization supports the advancement of women in the transportation industry. Ms. Angier was cited for serving as an outstanding role model for supporting programs which provide leadership training, professional development, and networking opportunities for women in transportation. She is the second recipient of this award by the chapter. Under Angier's direction, her department is responsible for all aspects of public relations, administration, and information management at ODOT, including media, external communications, and publications. Her specific responsibilities include building the department's image, serving as media relations liaison to senior management and staff, and coordinating projects with the governor's office and other state agencies. I had the opportunity to, in a forum recently, to recognize Terry, and some of the words that I used was, she is a consummate professional, and she is absolutely the best in the business when it comes to agency relations, and has done a fantastic job for the Department of Transportation. Terry?
I'm Sherry Hiller, the current Vice President of WTS, the Oklahoma chapter. And the Member of the Year Award is designed to be given to a woman who's not a member of WTS, but is a leader in the transportation industry, is a champion for advancing diversity with women and minorities in the transportation industry, and just is a real leader. And we got all but one of them right. Terry's actually a member of WTS. She was actually a founding member. Our chapter's only been here about 3 years. And so on behalf of the Oklahoma chapter of WTS, come here, Terry. We want to present you this award for being the outstanding member. You are the voice and face of the Oklahoma Department of Transportation and a great champion for all of us. So thank you.
Commissioners, I truly appreciate this honor and want to thank Women in Transportation. This truly means a lot to me. Since many of you are new today, I want you to know normally I'm on behind the scene putting awards on the agenda for you. But I can assure you I did not put this one on the agenda. Right, Mr. Hewlin and Mr. Gatz and Ms. Perry? So this is truly an honor. The association gave me an opportunity to speak at the banquet, so I won't take too much of your time except to truly thank them for this honor. I will work hard to deserve it over the year. So thank you again, and since I have the mic, welcome to ODOT.
I'd just like to say over the last 8 years that I've been here, she's done a remarkable job, and we really appreciate it. The next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the commission meeting of April 1st, 2019. If there are any questions,
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
then we can vote.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes. Yes.
The motion passes. Next item is is to be presented by the General Counsel, Mr. Hill.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Item 57 is a holdover from last month. The Oklahoma Administrative Code, Section 731-3-1, provides that at the first meeting of the Transportation Commission after March 15th, in each odd number year, the commission shall conduct election of officers for the commission. The offices to be filled are chairman, vice chairman, and secretary of the commission. This item was held over from last month due to all the changes that we're having in the membership of the commission. It would now be appropriate to take nominations for the office of chairman of the commission.
I would like to nominate Gene McCowan, a gentleman that has a lifetime of business success and service to the state of Oklahoma. He's been on a number of commissions before. He certainly has the experience, and that is my nomination.
Second.
Since there are no other nominations, let's vote.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
I'm going to abstain.
I think that we can welcome you as chairman of the commission, and let me give you this chair and the gavel. And I'll get out of here.
We'll bungle our way through this today.
You want them Terry seated?
Can I
or
get a box to
standing?
stand on?
I get y'all move that way a little bit better. Seal's not quite in your head. There we go. Thank you. And something turn. There we go. And move your water if you would, please.
Russell, do you want to get one of all of them?
Yes. If we could do that real quick. Go ahead, Sam. Kevin, can you move this? Here.
Sorry, this is historic.
Could y'all all stand? Let's change. Easy enough to change names real quick if we could. I don't know how it works.
There are times I think we all work for the photographer. It would now be appropriate to take nominations for the position of vice chairman.
Do I hear a motion for vice chairman?
I nominate Mr. Peterson.
Are there other nominations? Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? I see you're gonna do a roll call vote.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown? Mr. McCown?
Yes.
It would now be appropriate to take nominations for the office of secretary.
Do I hear a nomination?
I would like to nominate Commissioner, as he said, call him Commissioner T.W. Shannon.
Do I hear other nominations? If none,
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Congratulations to the new officers.
Thank you very much. Well, the first item of business is the consent docket that'll be presented by the chairman. Do what? Oh, I'm the chairman. You're the director. You're the guy that does all the work. Okay.
Take a while to sink in.
Yeah. I just got this job a minute ago. Are there any questions on the consent docket? I think most of you have today's agenda. I might just make a comment that I made in the meeting when these items were all presented. I'm in that business. I build a lot of roads, and I'm just really impressed. I'm flattered to get to be in this chair today, but I'm so impressed with the people that are in this department and the kind of work that they do. And as we looked at all these items, you got a great department here. I hope we don't mess it up. Do we need to do a vote on, if there's no comments, I need a motion for approval?
I make a motion.
Second.
Okay.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes. The next item is the extension of the existing logo sign agreement. Huh? Did I skip something?
The consent docket goes all the way to.
I'm going to shorten the docket. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Taylor will present the programming item. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Item 64, my programming item this month, I only have one. This is in Cleveland County in District 3. I have a project to repair vehicle impact damage to State Highway 9 over US 77 located 3.6 miles east of I-35 in Cleveland County. The estimated cost to repair this is $25,000. Party responsible for the damage is known. Try to answer any questions if you have any. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Call for a vote.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes. Engineering contract.
Okay. Engineering contracts, item 65. I have one of those as well this month. This is in Sequoia County in Commission District 1. Department has selected White Engineering Associates to provide construction plans for the I-40 bridges over US 64 at 2 locations. The total not to exceed amount for this contract is $1,328,890. This project is in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date of federal fiscal year 2022. The total estimate for the construction of this project is just over $7.4 million. Approval is recommended. I'll answer any questions if you have any.
Any questions? Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Second?
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
yes,
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes. Engineering contract supplements?
Okay, item 66, I have 4 of the contract supplements this month. Part A is our statewide all districts that are on-demand bridge rehabilitation contract. We have previously selected 4 consulting firms to provide bridge rehabilitation services. This one is with Consor Engineers. This total aggregate increase for this contract is $80,000. Part B is a statewide contract. This is in all districts as well. This is our site adaptation, engineering, and architectural services. We have previously selected CEC Corporation to produce our site adaptation and prototypical building plans for our field facilities and our future maintenance yards. Total aggregate increase for this contract supplement is $1.5 million. Part C is in Kingfisher County in Division 4. We previously selected MacArthur Associated Consultants, LLC, to perform engineering and prepare final design plans for US 81 northbound and southbound bridges over the UP Railroad. The supplement not to exceed amount is $76,884. This project is in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date of federal fiscal year 2026. The construction estimate currently is $10,552,795. And finally, Part D in Tulsa County, Commission District 8. We previously selected Craig and Keithline to perform engineering and final design plans for the I-44 and US 169 interchange. This supplement is to do the final, for additional engineering to finish the final construction plans for this set of plans. Total not to exceed amount for this supplement is $49,660. This project is as well in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date of federal fiscal year 2023. This project is estimated at just over $13 million. Approval is recommended, and I'll try to answer any questions if you have any.
Tim, question.
Yes.
Item B, 66B, why is that amount so significant, the $1.5 million? It pales, obviously considerably larger than all the other supplements, so.
Right.
What
This-
don't I understand?
Now, this contract, when it was originally set up, if I'm not mistaken, was at $1.5 million to do the design of these buildings. And what we have done before, as you can see, this is supplement number 4. So we previously then have increased it an additional 1.5. So that was one of our money supplements. So we're doing this one more time because we're just adding money to continue to design these buildings that are scheduled all the way out into 2047, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, briefly describe
Yes.
the project?
This is gonna be any of the projects that are currently in our smaller program, which is our facilities management division. So they're broken out into probably 6 or 7 different locations each year. So this $1.5 million will be used until we run out of that, or the contract expires, and then we'll go ahead and solicit for this contract once again.
And the not to exceed is
It-
4.5?
It's gonna be negotiated on every task order, so it will not be a full $1.5 million typically. So if we have task orders against certain projects, that's what we'll negotiate one at a time.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir. I'm open for a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
yes,
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Items to be presented by the Construction Division Engineer, Mr. Leonard. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, good morning. I'd like to present item 67, parts A through II. These are change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders of $75,000 or less. This item is presented for your information only, and no action is necessary, but I'd be glad to try and answer any questions.
Are there any questions from commissioners or the audience?
Quick question.
Sure.
What's the distinction between the 75,000? Is that a statutory requirement? And if so, is that still the right?
It's established by the administrative code, and the Secretary of Transportation can authorize $75,000 worth of approval to the field division engineers. So until we appropriate $75,000 to a contract, a field division engineer can have approval on those.
I understand. My question is 75,000 still the right limit? Is that still the right, consideration threshold for these type of items?
You mean, is it appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Is it still the right? Okay.
We changed the code. You remember how long ago that's been? But I think it was 2017 when we started with this.
And it's still
So,
relevant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
John, you might comment on what it previously was?
Yeah, before that, it was $50,000. And so we made an addendum to the code and bumped it up to $75,000. And like I say, I think that was April of 17.
Would you report on item number 68? Since
Certainly.
we don't need to vote on 67.
Correct. You do not. All right, item number 68, parts A through LL. These are the change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders greater than $75,000. Your approval is recommended, and I'd be glad to try and answer any questions on those.
I might mention in our packet, each one of those change orders is detailed if anybody wants to, on this commission wants to look at them. We covered all those this morning in a 2-hour meeting.
You didn't have to say
I don't want you to do that in here, okay?
I don't think my throat could do it again.
Do I have a motion for approval of the change orders greater than $75,000?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr.
Roll call.
Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes,
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for not going over that again. Okay, the next item's to be presented by the Comptroller Division, Mr. Helms. Mrs. Helms, excuse me, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission. Agenda item 69 is for the bid openings. This item consists of the final July 2019, tentative August 2019, and tentative September 2019 bid openings. The department requests and recommends approval of this item.
We need approval of that.
Yes, please.
So move.
Second?
Roll call.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
yes,
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes. Budget revision.
Okay. Agenda item 70 has 2 parts. It's for the budget revision of 2019 budget. Part A is an increase for the county equipment program in the amount of $250,000 to utilize lease and interest revenue in excess of the original estimate for the beginning of the year. And Part B is an increase to the highway construction program in the amount of $28 million to utilize federal carryover funds in the amount of $25 million and deposits from third parties in the amount of $3 million. The department requests and recommends approval of this item.
Do I hear a motion for approval?
So moved?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
yes,
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Okay, agenda item 71 has 3 parts. This is for settlement for damages to state property. Part A, on June 27, 2018, Clifford Smith was traveling southbound on US 177 south of Tucker Road in Pottawatomie County. Mr. Smith crossed over the center line, striking a semi-truck in the northbound lane. The accident resulted in emergency service costs of $1,349.34. Mr. Smith was insured by American Farmers and Ranchers with a policy limit of $25,000. Total damages exceed the policy limit. American Farmers and Ranchers is offering a pro-rata distribution to all parties, and ODOT's share is $348.97, leaving a balance of $1,000.37, which is not economically feasible to pursue, and the balance is uncollectible. Part B, on June 19, 2018, Tyrone Scott was traveling westbound on US 62 near Snyder in Kiowa County. Mr. Scott failed to yield for a stop sign, resulting in a collision with a semi-tractor trailer rig. The accident resulted in damage to a guardrail with a cost of $26,667.97. Mr. Scott was insured with State Farm with a policy limit of $50,000. Total damages exceeded the policy limit, and State Farm is offering a pro-rata settlement to all parties, and ODOT's pro-rata share of the settlement is $8,198.18, leaving a balance of $18,469.79, which is not economically feasible to pursue. The balance is also uncollectible. Part C, on June 21, 2018, Adrian Pinckney was driving westbound on Roosevelt Bridge, US 70 in Bryan County. Ms. Pinckney crossed over the center line, striking a semi-tractor, which ultimately landed in Lake Texoma. The accident resulted in the death of both drivers, property damage and damage to the bridge rail. The cost to repair the bridge rail was $16,921.17. Ms. Pinckney was insured by Shelter Insurance with a policy limit of $25,000. Total damages exceeded $4 million and the policy limit. Shelter Insurance is offering a pro-rata settlement of $945.73. The balance, $15,975.44, is uncollectible. The department requests and recommends approval of this item.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grinsley?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item number 72 is presented by the Director of Operations, Mr. Salib.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Agenda item number 72 is a payment for a delay claim. Frontier Bridge Incorporated, the project number is SBR 272A, 162 in the hole SB, Tulsa County Field Division 8. The bridge rehab job is on State Highway 20 over Bird Creek on the east side of Skiatook. Construction on this project started on September 4, 2018, scheduled for 180 calendar days. During the course of construction, it was determined that the bearing assemblies, as depicted in the plans, were in error because the bridge has skewed piers and the designed assemblies were configured for a straight bridge. Therefore, the bearing assemblies did not properly fit the pedestals of the bridge. If I could clarify that, the bridge is on a horizontal curve, 5-span structure, and it's super elevated, so the geometrics was pretty challenging on the project. Because of the design error, the resident engineer had to suspend any further action until the problem was rectified. The bearing on October 2nd is when the problem introduced itself, and then finally the contractor was able to procure materials for the retrofit assemblies on January 11, thus the 102 days. The daily overhead rate for 10-man crew utilized on the project was calculated at $1,721.20. Over the 102 days, that equates to $175,562.40. Entitlement for the claim has been recognized by the department. It is recommended that the commission authorize a settlement for this claim in the amount of $175,562.40. Your approval is respectfully requested.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion for approval?
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Why would this not have been handled by a change order?
Very good question. We have in our administrative codes a statutory limit for supplemental agreements, and this is a $1.5 million original contract amount. So that maximum level is set at 10% or $1.5 million. So we were advised by General Counsel that this is the appropriate way to go to reimburse the contractor for an unexpected financial burden and do so with proper protocol.
Okay.
Thank you for the question, Commissioner.
Is a skewed beam a beam that's been hurt, or is it designed that way? I don't know what a skewed beam means.
The reference skew is a geometric reference, so we've got the beam lines. The bridge is curved, but you don't, pre-stressed concrete, you don't curve the beams, they're straight. So you attain your curvature by the location of the substructure elements. The best way to describe a skew, I think, is that instead of the substructure being perpendicular to the beam lines, like a T, it actually intersects the beam lines at an angle. Now, what's interesting about this, because it's a curved bridge, the 5 spans, actually, each substructure element has its own unique angle. So it's pretty complicated. It's a rehab job, and they're invariably kind of tough.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item to be presented is by the engineering office, Mr. Dels.
Good morning, Commissioners, Mr. Chairman, and welcome. Item 73 are the department's recommendations for reward. It is recommended that the following items from the April 18, 2019 AM bid opening referred to by caller be awarded. This caller is 100, 105, 107, 115, 120, 125, 150, 155, 160, 162, 165, 170, 180 to the second low bidder, 190, 195, 205, 227, 230, 232, 235, 240, 245, 270, 275, 280, 285, 300, and 310. Before I go to the next part of my recommendation, I was asked to give a little information on Corridor 107. Corridor 107 is a bridge and approach project over the Red River on State Highway 78. And the cost of that project will be borne by both Texas and Oklahoma. The breakdown of that is the Oklahoma and Texas will both share the cost of the bridge, 50%, and then each state will bear the cost of the approaches to the bridge respectively. And the contract administration and the construction inspection will be responsibility of ODOT. The second part of my recommendation is recommended that the following items from the April 18th bid opening referred to by caller be rejected. That's callers 210, 255, and 295. This includes the recommendations for award, and your approval is requested.
Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion that be approved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Why are you recommending that they be rejected? Is it cost estimates you weren't happy with?
Which one?
210, 255, and 295.
Yes, all of them were over estimate, and on 2 of those, I believe the cities recommended rejection of those. They exceeded their budgets. Yes, sir.
At this point, the director will make his presentation.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 74 is a declaration of emergency in Canadian County, the Interstate 40 bridge over US 81. During routine bridge inspections in April, it was discovered that the subject bridges have been damaged by excessive pavement pressure forces. The pavement pressure closed some of the expansion joints and over time buckled and in some cases distorted beam ends on the 32 feet approach spans at Piers 1 and 3. Both structures exhibit flange buckling and distortion with a total of 24 damaged beam ends. There is additional damage consisting of sheared anchored bolts, and there is distress to the concrete pedestals. Currently, permit loads are restricted from these structures and repairs need to be completed before extensive hot weather begins. On April 25th of 2019, I declared an emergency under the authority of Title 61, subsection 130, and the authority provided in commission rules and authorized the department to obtain an emergency contract for repairs. A contract with Flame On has been negotiated in the amount of $297,500. Work is scheduled to begin on May 13th after department forces complete pavement work to relieve the pressure and should be completed in a week. No commission action is required for this item, but I'd be happy to answer any questions that the commission might have.
Any questions?
None for me.
Do I hear a motion? It doesn't require.
No, it's the informational item only.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If I might proceed with the director's report?
Yes, please.
First and foremost, Commissioner Alexander and Commissioner Peterson, I want to tell you how much we appreciate your continuing service as part of the Transportation Commission. To our new commissioners who are attending their first or second meeting in the case of Commissioner Shannon, I want to welcome you to the Department of Transportation. I also want to thank you for your willingness to serve in this capacity and play a very, very critical role for the Department of Transportation and the citizens of the state of Oklahoma. We very much appreciate your willingness to serve. We very much appreciate what you're going to do for the department and look forward to our interactions with you as we go forward. So thank you very much. Glad to have you gentlemen with us today and look forward to working with you going forward. The first thing on my agenda, Mr. Chairman, if I might recognize Don Sullivan to make an introduction. Don?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our newly selected local government division engineer, Ms. Shelley Williams. Shelley, please stand. Yay, Shelley. The local government division engineer is responsible for all interactions and projects partnered with local governments, including our CIRB program, County Improvements for Roads and Bridges, and bike and pedestrian projects, and coordinates with county commissioners and local governments on projects using state and federal funds. Ms. Williams began her career at ODOT in 1988, working at the Ada residency as a highway technician. She pursued her Bachelor's of Science degree in civil engineering from OU while an ODOT employee, and in 2002 she graduated and became an engineer in training. She's worked in various locations across the state, but in 2008 she was named the local government engineer for Division 3, headquartered in Ada, and she was the Stillwater resident engineer in 2014. She worked after a brief stint in the private sector and for the city of Norman as an engineer. She returned to ODOT in 2018, and she became the Division 3 traffic engineer. She currently serves as the president of the Oklahoma Association of County Engineers and is very familiar with all the county programs, and she'll do a great job. She's a native of Ada and continues the family legacy of serving ODOT following her late father's 32 years of service with the department. Please help me congratulate Ms. Williams.
we're glad to have Shelley serving in that capacity. She's going to do a tremendous job for us. She's got long experience working with local governmental entities, and we're really looking forward to her taking that chair. At this time, I'd also like to, and we'll do this much more formally at the next commission meeting, but I want to advise the commission that Mr. Russell Hewlin, who is our Deputy Director and Chief Financial Officer, has advised me of his intent to retire at the end of June. So I want to make you aware of that first, but I also want to recognize Don Sullivan as our pick to succeed him as Deputy Director of the Department of Transportation. Dawn started with the department in 1988 when she was 7 years old, I think, Dawn. So, but she is a professional engineer who has served the Department of Transportation in many capacities and done an exceptional job. Currently, she's serving as Director of Capital Programs. And again, I couldn't find a more qualified individual than Dawn to assume the duties of the Deputy Director. And again, I just want the Commission to be aware of that choice. And we look forward to working with her in that capacity. This will give her an opportunity to work closely with Russell for the coming couple of months to make sure that we don't see any delay in any services, and she has the opportunity to span that chain of command. So, Dawn, welcome as Deputy Director. And again, we will acknowledge Russell's retirement at the June Commission meeting in a much more formal capacity. So. Commissioners, thank you for bearing with us on the voice vote this morning. Given the transition and everything that was going on and our desire to make absolutely sure we got the votes recorded properly, a voice vote was our best solution for that. At the next commission meeting, we will have the electronic voting in that capacity back up and running, so we'll shift back to electronic voting. One of the issues that's garnered some discussion of late is the speed limit legislation that passed through the House and the Senate and was ultimately signed by Governor Stitt. And that legislation effectively authorizes speed limits up to 75 miles an hour on the rural interstate system, but also mandates that the department perform engineering studies in support of that. You will hear the department talk exclusively about our concern for the safety of the traveling public. That is number one for us. And we are very, very cautious when it comes to increasing speed limits on any of our facilities. But we are going to take a look at some locations on the interstate system and evaluate those from several different engineering perspectives to see if there are some locations that might support a speed limit increase. And one of the things that we see happening out there, and we're certainly paying close attention to, is the National Insurance Institute performs studies on speed limits and states that have increased their speed limits. And right now, those studies continue to show that the severity rate and accident rates of states that have increased their speed limits continue to trend upward. One of the things that we believe will happen over time, especially with the introduction of more and more driver assist technologies, whether that be lane departure technologies or some of the intuitive speed control, the starting and stopping, we think that will eventually cause that trend to reverse and flatten and maybe even trend down. But the fleet is going to have to continue to turn over to really make those technologies effective. So we're going to be paying close attention to that. We'll be paying close attention to the results of our engineering studies, and we'll communicate that to the Commission as we complete some of those locations if changes are warranted. So I wanted to mention that this morning. We've got a couple of projects on the Commission award list that were delayed because of the budget impasse that was previously experienced in Washington, D.C. This federal fiscal year. Those projects were delayed because of our uncertainty when it comes with the consider the federal revenue stream. The department operates with the federal government on a reimbursement basis, so we're always very cautious about what's going on in Washington, D.C., and it made sense for us at that particular moment to delay those projects. And if you look at the department's 8-year construction work plan right now, it's approaching 50-50 state and federal funds as far as the revenues that are in that plan that are necessary to advance projects. But because of that reimbursement basis, the cash flow is left to us on the state fund side before we can seek reimbursement from the federal government. So we're always very cautious, and you may hear us talk about that from time to time. I want to give you an update on the US 69 project in Bryan County. We have been working closely with some stakeholders down in Bryan County, primarily the Choctaw Nation and the town of Calera, to address some of the concerns that they had voiced about the configurations of that project. We've come up with some solutions and some engineering that supports the concerns that were raised. We're working feverishly to make sure that that project stays on the June letting, and we will optimistically, in light of a good bid, recommend award of that to you at the July commission meeting. So again, that project is moving forward. It's a very large construction contract. The current estimate is around $140 million. I would advise the commission that about $62 million of that is originating in a fast lane grant from the Federal Highway Administration. Without that grant, a project of that magnitude at that location would just be impossible. And I'd tell you that the US 69 corridor carries an enormous volume of traffic. And it carries interstate type traffic. The percentage of trucks is very high. So this is an extremely important project for the state of Oklahoma, and we're going to look forward to advancing that project. Also, the commission approved the award of a project on State Highway 3 and Northwest Expressway. That one is an important project. It was a little bit out of character because it was over our engineer's estimate. However, based on our evaluation of the bids and based on our consideration of the competition level that was achieved, we were very comfortable in recommending award of that project and are going to be glad to see that move forward during what will be our prime construction season, and that'll give us our best opportunity to have a very successful project. With that, Mr. Chairman, I'd take the opportunity again to welcome the commission to the Department of Transportation, tell you how much we appreciate you and how much we look forward to working with you. And I would be happy to answer any questions that the commission might have of me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
So moved. Second?
Roll call.
Grover. Mr. Grimsley.
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Shannon.
Absolutely.
Mr. Dyson.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. LaFord.
Yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
Mr. McCown.
Yes. We are adjourned. Hey, before everybody leaves, I just want to congratulate our director on having two major promotions within the organization of women. The highest paid employee I have is a lady, and I'm just glad that we're advancing them in our industry. Thank you.